Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my kiddos. You can find me on Instagram at Ravelry 72 Stitches. And this is episode 219. I got my coffee in my knitting Jedi mug. Love it. Pumpkin spice creamer. And today is Friday, September 1st, 2023. We've made it to September. I'm so excited. I am not a summer person. If you've been watching for a while, you know this. But if you're new, summer is the worst for me. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. This is my YouTube channel where I share my knitting, crocheting, cross-stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. Today, it is all knitting. I have finished objects, I have works in progress, some yarn made it to my house, and I got reading and watching. I'll have all my show notes right down there in the description box. Just click the word more and everything should drop down for you. And I'll have everything that I talk about today in there. I'll have my projects, my FOs, my reading and watching. I will have all the links to bags, patterns, yarns, all that good stuff right down there. I also will have my Ravelry group and my Instagram, which is where I'm most active. First, we have to talk about the Knit All the Felici Cal. It has ended. It kind of was like a little bit of a bummer this year for me because of nitpicks and the Felici debacle, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so like in the middle of it, I just kind of like, I didn't cast on any Felici because I was so upset that they didn't have new colors. And it kind of like, usually when the new colors come out, I get excited and then I want to cast on some old ones and then I want to cast on new ones. Well, that didn't happen, so I didn't participate in my cal this year, but next year we're going to change it up. So it will be another summer. It'll be June 1st to August 31st, and it will be Knit All the Stripes. We're going to change it up so it's not just Felici. So that if you don't, have any Felici, or if they don't have any more Felici, we'll just knit all stripy yarns. It doesn't matter what kind. It could be commercial, it could be indie dyed. If it's self-patterning of any kind, that's what's going to happen. So I will be doing that next year. So have no fear. If you still have Felici in your stash and you want to knit them again next summer, you can still use Felici. Okay, so that has ended. So I'm going to do the prize winners. I did a random generator on the Google this time because that one is the number generator that I used to use. Sometimes if you want to use a keyword or something like that, you have to pay for it now. What? So I just asked Google, and so I picked 3 winners, 1 from the chatter thread and 2 from the FO thread. These are all going to be pattern prizes of your choice, $10 or less USD. So contact me on Ravelry or my email, which is also down below, and I will get a pattern out to you as soon as possible. Okay, so here is, and I can pronounce one of these. So I have them written on sticky notes. So I will hold it up here for a little bit. So if you participated, you need to be paying attention and looking at my sticky notes, okay? All right, so here is the chatter thread winner, number 5. I'm guessing Tree Source Ltd. I don't know. No idea. I think I know who this is, but I'm not positive. I think it's Elaine. She comments on my videos all the time. She is a true fan. So if that is you, contact me. And for the FO thread, I picked 2 winners. So this one is Egg in My Hair. Love that name, that's cute. Post 27 and post 107. No idea how that, BORKP if that is you, contact me and I will send you a pattern as soon as possible. I like to have everybody's all at once so then I can just do it so then I don't like accidentally forget somebody. All right, and that is that. And we have a new cal coming up. Oh, I didn't write it down. Oh, this is on the fly, guys. I have no idea. Maybe I'll talk about it next week. Maybe I'll talk about it next week because I don't have anything written down. I know it starts in I think it's the first day of fall, which is September 23rd. I'm a bad podcaster. Okay, I will talk about this next week. But a new cal is coming up. It's middle of September till the end of November, and I'm hosting it with Amy from Happy Little Yarn and Lindsay from Lazy Lemon Creations. And it's just a knit along to get your stuff done. It could be gifts. It could be just stuff on your needles you want to clean up before Advent season starts. But yeah, I will talk about that more next week. Yeah, next week. I want to make sure I get my dates correct. But if you follow me on Instagram, I think I have a post with most of the information in there. But if you don't follow me there, I will talk about it more next week. I just wanted to wrap my Fleechy cal up before I start talking about another knit along. But another one is coming. It was kind of on the fly. And I also, since we're talking about cals, I think on January 1st, I'm going to, I don't know how long it's going to be, maybe 3 months. I haven't decided, 6 months. I'm not sure yet, but I know it's going to start January 1st, and it's going to be Knit All the Scraps 2023. And by scraps, I mean advent calendars. Obviously scraps, you can just knit whatever you want. Crochet whatever you want. It just has to be scraps. It could be scrappy socks. It could be a shawl using advent calendar or hats. It just has to be scraps. It could be blankets. So that's happening too in January. So be on the lookout. Okay, I think that's all of my spiel. A lot of yakking here. We need to get on to the knitting. Looking at my notes. Yep, I think that's it. Okay. Actually, no, it's not it. Do I want to do stash stats? Let's do my stash stats for August. Real fast. Because I bought a lot, but it evened out because I finished a very big project, which we'll talk about here. Here's my knitting planner. I like writing stuff down, checking it off. I got to do it for September yet. I haven't wrote it down anything yet. So here is my grams in and grams out. So I added 940 grams to my sesh. It's okay. It was my birthday month. It's fine. I forgot to talk about this. I did order I was on the fence of doing the mystery knit along from Stephen West. And of course, I kind of had a feeling this was going to happen. He was going to release his video. He's going to start talking about it. And then it's like, okay, I'm doing it. So I did order the yarn for the MCal. I'm using Stroll. And I'm going green this year. I'm going green. I hope I won't regret it. We'll see. By regret it, I mean, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like it. Last year's was wasn't my favorite. I didn't like the shape. I think it was the shape. And then the knitting, the same thing on both sides. I didn't like that at all. So we'll see we'll see. Stroll is on sale still. I don't know if it is now because it's September 1st, but it was on sale. So I'm like, I'm going to buy it. I think it was like $38 without shipping or tax. So I'm like, you know what? That is a steal. And if I start working on it and I hate it and I don't want to do it anymore, I'll just use it for something else. I don't have a green shawl in my in my shawl collection, so I I need a green shawl, so I thought I'd go for it. So yeah, that is in there. I got my Yarnable, my row one. I did buy some Lolo Did It, and my Freckled Whimsy Clubs. And then my out. Oh, I finished. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I finished 8 pairs of socks in August. What? And then my daughter's blanket. So 2,057 grams out of my stash. That's awesome. Love it. So after seeing 900, it's like, I'm fine. So I am negative for August, which is good. Last month I was not. I was not negative. I was positive, but it's okay. So far, I think there's been 2 months out of the whole year that I've been positive, so I'm fine. It's all good. I'm trying to, you know, buy less and use more, and I think I am accomplishing that. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know if I really have any plans for September besides finish my Penguono and just keep knitting socks. I would like to finish my Edmund sock project this month. I think I can do it. We'll see. So that is my stash stats for August. I was gonna say September. All right, are you ready? I almost forgot. I was writing my show notes and I need to fix my show notes. Hopefully I remember. If I don't, I finished the blanket. Oh, I finished it. I told my daughter, I'm like, I need it for a second. And she's like, why? I'm like, I have to show the people. The people want to see your blanket. And she's like, okay. I'm like, I'll give it right back. I don't know if I want to open it completely, but this is the Coziest Memories by Kemper Wright. This is the last time I'm going to talk about this, hopefully for a few months. I might cast another one. I miss it. By Kemper Wright, Coziest Memories. I used a US 2. I think that's a 2.75. Scraps, fingering weight. My squares are 20 by 20. I don't know what else. I did an I-cord border around the whole thing. I did blue. This is Knit Picks Stroll. I think it's Rhapsody. It's like a bright blue. She wanted blue. Blue's her favorite color. And yeah, so I did a border on the whole thing. I did 25 squares by 20, so that's 500 squares total. I cast this on August 26th, 2022, and I bound off August 22nd, 2023. So it took me a whole year to do this. I feel like I did not work on this in October because of the mystery knit along, but I think I worked on it every month, every other month. Pretty sure I worked on it in September, probably chilled out in October. I worked on it in November, I worked on it in December. And then when January hit, it's like, I wonder if I can finish this before your birthday. And then that's when the whole 2 squares a day thing started. So I did 2 squares a day for months and months and months and months. And I think I'm going to cast one on for me on January 1st. And I think for mine, I'm going to just use yarns, scraps from projects that I've made, which means it might be a lot of stripey. It's going to be more stripey. I don't know if I want to do that. I haven't decided. I don't know. But I think it would be cool to have one with just from projects that I've made. So I think I might do that. And maybe this will get me to buy or to use up more yarns that aren't self-striping, but I love my self-striping. So it's done. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. So that is the blanket, and it is very heavy. Okay, now finish object number 2. I absolutely love And I think I am obsessed with the heel flap and gusset. I think I've totally converted, guys, because now when I cast down socks, it's like I'm already thinking about what heel I want to do. And I'm like, nope, heel flap and gusset. This is the slip stitch heel. I used the pattern from Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady. This is her vanilla on magic loop sock pattern. It will be linked down below. Maybe not my FO section, but one of my whips, my sock whips, it will be in there. This is Nomadic Yarns Lavender Haze. This was a birthday cast on. I finally finished them. They don't match. Doesn't bother me. So when I did my heels, as you can see, the stripe sequence kind of stays the same. And I got a tip from a few people saying that when you're ready to do your heel flap and your heel turn, pull from the opposite side of your cake. So if you're knitting from the outside, pull from the inside to do your heel. And then if you're pulling from the inside, pull from the outside to do your heel. Just whatever, depending on how you knit. I used to be a pull from the inside gal, but I'm from the outside now. I don't know, I'm just switching up. I guess I like it when, if you pull from the outside, your cake stays more contained and you don't have to rewind up your scraps. So that's probably why I do that, because I don't like winding yarn. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. It's the worst. And then, you know, and then casting on those first couple rows of socks, it's like, ugh. But after that, it's smooth sailing. So, yep. Finish these. These are for me. Absolutely love these. 64 stitches. I did 12 rows of 2x2 rib because I hate doing rib. That's another thing. I don't like doing rib. US 2.5 millimeter needle. And I can't wait for fall so I can wear these. All right, that is finished object number 1. I need to steal a blocker for the third FO. I didn't say how many FOs I had. Surprise! I have 3. This is my advent sock. Number 19. So I just needed a heel last week, so I popped in a heel. Kind of matches my shirt a little bit. Love it. So this is an advent calendar from Yarn Cafe Creations and Dragon Hoard Yarns. I did a square on my blanket that you just saw, and then I'm using the rest for a sock. Same needle, 2.5 millimeter needle, US 1.5. The heels, toes, and cuffs are in Knit Pick Stroll Dove Heather. 12 rows of rib. This is an afterthought heel. So I'm still doing my afterthought heels just because I did it with all of them. And I don't want to like completely forget how to do the afterthought heel. I want to keep it in my mind here so I don't forget how to do it, because I feel like if I totally switch to heel flap and gusset, I'll forget how to do it. But so I'm still doing the afterthought heel, at least for these. So they all match. So I have 24 socks and I'm going to wear them mismatch. I'm excited. So this is 19. So I have 5 left. Actually 4. We'll just say 4 left. You'll see here in my whips. We'll say I got 4 socks left. Oh. So I really want to finish this project in September. Yes. And I think that's it. I don't remember what the colorway name was called. I think it was Lessons with Dumbledore. Don't quote me on that. But that's it. That's my finished object. I did about 21 rows of leg and then 90 rows total. And that's was enough. And it pretty much uses all of it. I do not have any. I have extras, but it's not enough to do anything with. I'm not sure. I kept all of the little scraps. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. Maybe put them in an ornament. One of those plastic ornaments. Maybe shove all the scraps in there. That might be fun. I don't know yet. But that is all of my finished objects. Oh, I'm like, yep, my feet are falling asleep. And then I look, it's like, yep, 20 minutes in. Okay, whip number 1. More advents. I'll talk about my advent sock. This is Stitching Plaza. Harry Potter bag. And here is day 20. Put my heel in right there. Oh, I love this color. It's stripes, but I mean, on the camera I can see the stripe, the pooling, but in real life I can't really see it. Well, maybe a little bit. Love it. Another pink one. And next one is cast on. Just the cuff. I use Chiaogoo red lace needles, 32-inch cord, 2.5mm needle, US 1.5. And I believe this is the next color. We got green. I'm excited for this one. One moment, please, because I get the tag. Oh, 19. Yep, 19 was Lessons with Dumbledore. That one is not it. Riddle's Diary is 21. Yes, it's the next one. I'm getting confused here. I don't have 21 written down because I haven't started it yet. So Riddle's Diary. This one will go fast because I love green. Love it. Okay, so that is, and then 22 is this one. Purpley brownish. And this is the Cursed Necklace. So I'm excited for that one too. And then I only have 2 left. Oh, you know, part of me just wants to work on these, but I'm like, I want to work on all the other things. There. So, not enough time in the day to work on all the things. So, this will be done today. I will pop in the heel today and start this one. Usually I get it to this point and then I'm done for the week and then start my cuff. This takes like a couple days to do. So I could have put the heel on this, but I didn't. It's okay. And that is that whip. Whip number 2. Oh, I got a new pin. Coffee or End Me. That's about right, right? I got a summer sock camp pin on there, but so this is Bags by Awesome Granny. Oh, and I was able to, I finished these yesterday, so I knit. So summer sock camp ended yesterday. So I'm like, I think Wednesday, no. Yes, Wednesday night I was picking up my gusset stitches and I'm like, can I finish that before, you know, summer sock camp ends? And I did. So I finished 23 pairs of socks during summer sock camp. Are you guys surprised? I'm surprised. I mean, I know I like to knit socks, but really 23 pair in like 3 months? Wow. Can I say I love to knit socks? All right, this was a mystery skein project. I talked about this a couple times, I think. So I went through my stash and wrapped up 12 skeins with tissue paper, numbered them. Inside that cup is pieces of paper with the numbers on them, and I just randomly grab one and open it, and then I knit a pair of socks out of it. They're all self-striping. And so this was the first one that I picked, Freckled Whimsy. Mystic Forest, March 2023, Yarn of the Month Club. 12 stripes. 12 stripe repeat. Oh, it's glorious. So once I finish this, I will open a new one. I'm not going to really pressure myself. I would like to do one a month, but yeah, I don't know. That might not happen. So whenever I finish a pair of socks, I will open a new one and then continue. And I have a hoe, so I need another sock blocker. Oh, so excited. So excited that I can say I have a hoe. And I need to move my stitch marker here. Just a second. Okay, here it is. So this is, oh, look at that, it's beautiful. Love it. I used US 1.5s, 2.5 millimeter. It came with, this was a sock set, so it came with a mini. So I used the mini for the heel flap and the heel turn. And then I just continued with the stripes. I end up cutting it. I know you don't have to, but I do. Because I like ending right at a stripe, and then I pick up, when I start picking up my gusset, I pick up with a fresh stripe. So that is that. Oh, I love it so much. And these markers are counting my rows. I believe I was here last week, so I was like almost done. I had like maybe 20 rows and a toe, so I was so close. So, and that marker is by Twin Mountain Handcrafts. Oh, that reminds me. Somebody mentioned that they put their Halloween stitch markers in their shop, and I need to get another Stuart. You'll see Stuart here in a little bit, because I got the wood ones, and one of these wood ones broke before, and now I'm like nervous to use Stuart because I don't want to break him. But since it's Halloween, I need to maybe order another one. I wonder if I can custom order like all Stuarts. Is it a bit much to have 5 of them? I don't know. We'll see. So, yep, this is what I have. I finished the first sock. There was no way I was going to finish this before summer sock camp ended, because I'm not very far. And I do have the second. Here's the second sock progress. So, yeah. No way. I guess if I didn't work on my Penguono, I probably maybe could have, but it's okay. So 12 rows of 2x2 rib, magic loop, 2.5 millimeter, 64 stitches. 64 stitches on all the socks that I have showed you today. So I am taking the markers off of this sock and putting them on this sock for motivation and for so they're the same. And I think these aren't going to match either, but I did do some math, and I think the green is not going to be next to the heel, my heel. So that was nice about the 12 stripe. There's like a long repeat, so I still have lots of green in there, but it's not touching. Excited. Okay, so that's this. And that is that. I would love to have that sock done before next week, because I have plans. I want to cast on all of the, I didn't bring it with me, but I want to cast on all of the Halloween stuff. I did not bring it, but if you saw my Instagram post, I collected all of my like fall/Halloween yarn, and now I want to knit it all, but probably not going to get to it. But I was looking around and I found another one that I really want. It's not self-striping. I've had it for like probably 2 years, so I think I need to knit that. But then I got yarn in the mail yesterday, and I want to cast that on. Oh, this is getting heavy. My Penguono is getting big, guys. So this is my Penguono. This is Fate's Thread, my giant Mario bag. Time is it? 9:23 a.m. I got lots of stuff to do today. I want to cast on all the things. I got laundry. I gotta. Just not enough time today. Okay, Penguono. I finished section 1, section 2, section 3, and section 4. No, 1 was almost done, but so 2, 3, and 4 I finished, but they were small sections. Oh, so here is Stuart. Oh, there's Stuart. I love him. That's my favorite. So I was there last week, so I finished the back. Oh, look at that glorious greens. And I did the welts. The welts are my favorite. Welts are my favorite part of this thing. I wish there was more in them. Love them so much. So I got them to mirror each other. So it's the same on each side. Love it. And this is giving me Steve from Blue's Clues vibes. Remember his green shirt? His stripy green shirt? That's it. That's it. That is... It's looking teal on the screen, but it is a darker green. It might be a little better, but oh yeah. So I think I'm going to do the same thing on this side when we go back. Actually, I think that's what I'm starting now. So I'll probably do that on the same side. Up here. And yeah. So I'm using fingering weight scraps. I'm using 3 strands held together. Using US 10s. 10.5, which is 6.5 millimeter. And I am so happy I'm not doing seed stitch anymore. This back panel takes forever. And I was thinking, I'm never gonna finish it. I'm not gonna finish it in time. And then I did the welts. I did 1 welt in 1 day, and then I think I did welts and this in another day or something like that. I had a lot of stuff going on this week too. School starting, I was like, oh my word. It's taking up my knitting time. I have not weaved in ends yet. I'll get there. I promise. So, yep. And I'm using all scraps and some full skeins that I ordered. So I'm not sure where to put Stuart because I finished the welts. Maybe Stuart's just going to chill there. But I think we're going to go, I've made one of these before. We're going to go out here. And then I keep building. And I think then we come back here and pick up stitches. But, so I've been working on this like a few hours a day. Now that I'm not doing that seed stitch, it doesn't hurt my hands anymore. Something about that seed stitch on these 10 needles. I can't do it for very long, but with the other, like knitting and purling, it's fine. It's just that switching. So, yep, here it is. Oh, I love it. I don't know if I will work on this today. We'll see. I want to cast on. I only have one, like, if you don't count my advent sock, I only have 1 sock on the needle, and we can't have that. I used to be, like, 1 sock. Finish it. Start another one. Nope. I need to cast on more. I can't have this 1 sock on the needle. I'm getting twitchy. And that is all of my whips. So I had 3 finished objects and 3 whips this time. Okay, I talked about my stash stats. I will be showing some stash enhancement here in a little bit. So if you don't want to see that, or if you don't want to hear me talk about life stuff or reading and watching, I will see you next week. If not, let's keep on knitting. you can keep on knitting and I will keep on talking. Let's talk about reading and watching first, and then we'll get on to the stash enhancement. For reading, I am still reading Trial of the Sun Queen. I'm about half done. It's okay. It's entertaining. I'm pretty sure this is a young adult book. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not like loving it, but I don't hate it. So I'm going to finish it. I will have the titles, the series name, and the authors to all the books, and my reading and watching will be down there in case you want to copy and paste, because I cannot pronounce authors' names, especially that one. It's nope. Watching, my husband and I finished Black Mirror season 6. I loved the first, second, and third episode. 4th, 5th, and 6th, not so much. Yeah, so the first episode is probably my favorite, but first, second, and third, I love those ones. Pretty good. I finished Ozark season 3. That last episode, cliffhanger. I need to keep going. I'm glad that all of the seasons are out, so I can just keep watching and not have to wait like a year or something for more. Oh man, because that would upset me. It's like, oh no, I have to wait till a year from now to watch it. So I finished that, and my husband and I started Babylon 5, season 5, the last one. I remember watching these the second, first, and third season, and I like really enjoyed it, and now it's like I don't care. I don't know. I think it's lost steam. I'm gonna finish it. We're watching that on Tubi. That is not on Netflix. Everything else is on Netflix. Yeah, so I started watching it, and then Netflix didn't have the discs anymore, and now they really don't have discs anymore. I think that's ending pretty soon. If anybody has discs, does anybody have Netflix discs? I know my in-laws do. They're pretty upset about it, but yeah. So they had discs, then they didn't, so then I couldn't finish it, and then we quit getting the discs, and then my husband borrowed a season from his friend, one of his coworkers, and then 2020 happened, so then we couldn't borrow any more seasons, and then that coworker moved up north, so it's like, and then we finally saw that they were on Tubi, so I'm like, we need to finish this before they take it off. It's okay. It's like, it's a really old, I think it's like a 1990s like sci-fi show. It's kind of corny, but it's okay. Let's see, and I'm watching Grey's Anatomy again now that the kids are in school. Yes. I can start watching some TV shows in the morning. And then the movie we watched this week was, we only watched one movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once. This is a 2022 movie, so last year. It was okay. It was kind of long. I think we watched it on Friday. No, we didn't. We watched it on Saturday, and that was Thursday and Friday is when we had that power outage deal, and I did not sleep well. So on Saturday, I was just exhausted, and I was like, usually I can stay awake if I'm knitting, but I was like getting too tired to knit, and when I don't knit, I like start falling asleep, and I think I would have liked it more if I would have watched it when I wasn't so exhausted. But yeah, Saturday night, I slept so good. I went to bed as soon as that movie was over, and I did not wake up at all. Usually I wake up like once or twice a night, but that's how I know I sleep good, when I like, whoa, it's 6 o'clock, it's time to wake up. I didn't wake up at all. Wow. So that was my reading and watching. I would like to finish that Trial of the Sun Queen book. I'm like half done. I feel like I can finish it. Now that the kids are back in school, I'm trying to get back to my routine of reading. Reading for like a half hour-ish and knitting, obviously, on my Kindle. Yeah, but now I got to the point where it's like I can watch TV in the morning, and then I have lunch, and then usually after lunch is when I work on my Penguono, and then when I work on my Penguono, I can't really read. I gotta be looking at my knitting with that. So then I think it was like the afternoon I started reading after the kids got home from school, which probably is not the best idea. It's not as quiet in the house, but I still managed to do it, so we'll see. Yeah, so I want to finish that. I need to pick up the pace with my reading. This year has been horrible for books. I think I've read like 17. That is like horrible for me. I am like somebody that reads like in the hundreds every year. I'm slipping. It's okay. Guess I just needed a break. I just need to take a reading break. Okay, I think that's it. Now we're going to talk about stash. Now these are all like kind of like mystery scenes-ish. Lolo Did It had a helping hippos. She does these when there's usually a natural disaster of some kind to raise money. She's done it in the past many, many times, and I was like, oh, I wish I could do that. Oh, I want to do that. But I did it this time. So this was for the the wildfires in Hawaii. I'm assuming the colorway is always the same. I'm not sure. Because she doesn't post a picture of the skein. It's just like helping hippos, and I thought it was going to be different, but from what I remember, but I don't think it is. But I don't care. I love it. It's beautiful, and I don't have a skein, and it's not self-striping, and I got it on a different base. Look at that. I got it on the not 75, the 85-15 base, the low original. It's 3-ply. It is very plump. So I will be knitting socks with these, with the heel flap and gusset at some point. When? I have no idea. No idea. But I love it. So that's that skein. And now I'm going to show, I got my Freckled Whimsy clubs yesterday. So if you have not, I wasn't going to show them, but I'm casting one of these on this weekend. It's gonna happen. I can't contain myself. So if you have not gotten yours and you don't want to be surprised, I suggest look away, pause, go to the bathroom, I don't know, go switch laundry over. I'll try not to talk about colors too much, and I'll show the colorway names, but I won't say it. Mini is coming undone here. Okay, there we go. So I have the Spells and Things Club on DK and the Yarn of the Month on Fingering, but I have the Splendid, the 85-15 base. I have not knit her that 85-15 base. I think I switched. I think this is my first one on this base. I don't know, but I love it. So the Spells and Things Club. This is the last installment. She's going to year 4. And it's not called Spells and Things anymore. I think it's called Mischief. Something mischiefed. Mischiefed. That's hard to say. Magical Mischief of Magic? Something like that. So she's going with year 4, so she's kind of like rebranding it a little bit. I got an email saying that she was doing that, and if you wanted to cancel, you could. And I said, nope, I'm fine. We'll just keep on going with year 3. And when I looked at this, I'm like, what the? I was looking at the name, and I'm like, it took me a minute to get it, but I got it. So I will show that one first. So if you don't want to see these, look away. Close your eyes. here's the name. I won't say it. Do you get it? It took me a minute, but I got it. Oh, love it. I'm not sure when I'm gonna cast these on. I've been good about casting on my Spells and Things Club and doing them in the month, but I might slide. I don't know, we'll see. Because it's kind of fallish, but not really. All right, I have set it down, so if you want to see what the other one is, you can open your eyes. If not, keep them closed. This is the one that I'm casting on either today or Sunday. It might be Sunday. Might cake it up today, cast on Sunday. We'll see how much time I have. I need to get a move on. I'm almost done. Okay, keep your eyes closed or close your eyes. I'm going to show it. Fingering weight. Yarn in the Month Club for September. Okay, close your eyes. And there is the name. Oh my. Can you see that? Why I want to cast it on? So this will be a whip next week. Definitely. Oh my word, I love it. Okay, open your eyes. I am done showing them. So that is my stash for this time. And we're going to talk about life stuff now. And I talked about last week how I had like the worst week ever. And then when this week rolled around, it started to be like a continuation of last week. But everything is fine now. I think Monday, like dinner time, my daughter had a fever. And I'm like, oh my word. I was like 100% positive that it was COVID. I know it's going around again, and she was with a bunch of kids over the last weekend, and I'm like, oh my word, here we go. And I bought yarn because I was stressed out after, last week, school starting. I couldn't take it anymore, so I bought some yarn. It is coming today, so I will show that next week. And I think after that I'm gonna chill for a little bit. Besides my yarnable. Yeah, I got my yarnable. That's coming too. So I'm going to try to just stick with my clubs, my Friggle Whimsy clubs, my yarnable, and my row 1. I'm going to try not to buy anything else. That still feels like a lot, but I'm going to try not to buy anything. I got my yarn from my MCal. So I'm going to try to just buy that. Not buy anything extra. It's very hard. Especially with fall now coming. Now everybody's going to be coming out with their fall and Halloween yarns, and I'm going to be tempted. But I got a nice stack of yarn, so I'm going to try to, like, whenever I want to buy yarn, I'm just going to go look at that pile. So I got the West Yorkshire Spinners. They came out with 4 new bird colorways. I have, that's not it. Some of them are in there. See if I can reach one. I think this one's my favorite, and I haven't knit it yet. This one doesn't have a name on it. Some of them have names, but I've had this in my stash for a while. I think this is Kingfisher. Oh. So they came out with 4 new ones, 4 new colors, so I'm like, I have to add to my collection. So I bought those. And the new Christmas colorway came out. So I'm like, well, I was gonna buy that anyway. So I'm like, well, let's just have them all together. That was kind of a lot of money, but it's cheaper than indie dyed. If I bought 5 indie dyed skeins, it would have been way much more. So I'm trying to tell myself, yeah. So I think those are out for delivery today, so I will show those next week. And I think I might get my Yarnable this week. I don't know, I haven't checked my tracking. Maybe it's tomorrow. So I'm getting something on the 1st. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's my birds. Maybe it's both. I don't know. We'll see. So, yeah. So anyway, my daughter got sick and school started on Wednesday and she is sick. Here it is Monday night. And I'm like, oh no. I am aware that I'm just like, once they go back to school, I know they're going to get sick. So now I'm just like on red alert here. Are you sick? Are you sick? Are you sick? And I feel like they're going to get sick. COVID going around a whole bunch of people. And even if it's not COVID, it could be cold, whatnot. But anyway, she went to bed early on Monday night. She also had a headache, like a really, really bad headache. And I don't think she's ever, it looked like she had a migraine, but I don't get migraines. My husband doesn't get migraines. Migraines usually aren't really in my family. I think my mother-in-law has migraines, but so that's what it felt like. I mean, looked like, because then she woke up on Tuesday, absolutely fine. Headache gone, fever gone, done. Whatever it was. I don't know what it was. So I'm like, okay. So she was able to go back. She was able to go to school. She didn't miss the first day of school. And I'm like, all right. It was the weirdest thing. Can you get, if you have a migraine, can you get fevers? Is that a thing? So I don't know what that was from. I don't know. No idea. But she is fine now. So that's all I care about. Yeah, so Monday I bought yarn and then she got better. So maybe I'm onto something. If one of my kids is sick, if I buy yarn, will they magically get better? But I'm willing to try that theory. Yes, let's do that. Let's try that experiment. So weather-wise, it cooled right down. This week was beautiful. It's magical. I loved it. I could go outside and I can like feel the fall. I could just feel it coming. I'm so excited. Like our highs were like 70, 71, 72. Today's supposed to be 74, 75. And then it's going to get hot. It's going to go back to the 90s. So maybe that's why she got sick. I know with like temperature fluctuations like that, I don't feel well. So yeah, it's gonna get hot again and then it might get cold again, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's supposed to be like 90s Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I am not looking forward to it. It's been nice to like have the windows open. I have the air on. Been able to like wear some of my hand knit socks again. I also got out my Garter Martyr sweater. It was 50 degrees when I woke up this morning. Yesterday was 46 and I'm like, oh yes. So that is the weather report. From the outage, everything is fine now. I told you we had power the day that I recorded last week. School was not interrupted. They were able to get the buses around all the debris. A lot of the stuff, most of the stuff is cleaned up by now. Yeah, all the branches, and there's probably still some that are still have to get cleaned up, but none of the trees that are in the roads, they cleaned all those up first. So now it's just clean up your yard type stuff. So I'm still hearing chainsaws every once in a while. Yeah, so goals for this week. Keep working on my Penguono. Finish my mystery skein sock. Cast on, I won't show it again, cast on that freckled whimsy sock. And then my Night Owl fibers, I showed that last week. the Halloween colorway. I'm going to cast that on today. That one's already kicked up, so I'm definitely casting that on. I might only have time to wind up the Freckled Whimsy Club and maybe cast on Sunday. And my Advent sock. All the socks in my Penguono. That's what I'm feeling. So we're gonna see how much I can get done. Yeah, I think that's it. Looking around. Yeah, I think that's it. We got 55 minutes. That's my average. So we'll just end it. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, put them right down there. I do love reading them. If you are one of the winners, please contact me as soon as possible with your pattern of choice, and I will get that out to you. And hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.